Hello, I'm Hope, and let's talk about Season 1 of Wizards of Waverly Place. As we all know, the reboot has been announced, so I thought I should rewatch and remind myself how good the show was. And it did not disappoint. I mean, I just finished Season 1, so that's why we're only talking about Season 1, because I'm spreading this into 4 videos. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 season per video. I still get time to watch it and still post. I mean, it just makes sense. So they have announced a reboot 12 years later. 12. This meme? This is me. It's me. And he's going to follow Justin, who married a human, giving up his powers. And a little boy shows up at his door and making Justin go back to his wizardy days.
We're not small and teeny weeny, take us inside to see the genie.
Is that a word? It is now. Yeah. And help him. Selena will have a guest appearance in the pilot, and that's it. That's all the Alex we get. And I've seen some posts that most of the cast will come back at some point in the series. Although, I haven't seen anything about Harper.
Huh?
And she should be right there in the pilot with Alex. Or I don't know, a shot with her writing the book about wizards. Like, that'd be so cool, and it would just, I don't know, it would make me feel better. All I have to say about the reboot is that I don't think it's made for my generation, the one that grew up with Wizards of Waverly Place. I think it's a new show that it's made for the new kids. Oh, if only we would have gotten a reboot like iCarly. Because, what do you mean Justin gave up his powers and is not with Juliet anymore? Disney, I have questions. Where is Juliet? Where is she? But instead it's a reboot like That's So Raven on Disney Channel, and I truly hope they explain everything in the pilot. That I have questions. I don't care about the kids, they don't know anything. I have questions, I need answers. Wasn't he headmaster of the Wiztech? What happened there? What happened to Max? Because it doesn't seem like he's gonna be in the pilot. Like, from all people, Max should be in this show. Doesn't he own the family business? What happened there? Like, will Justin take over the subway station? Because that sucks. He was done dirty the whole show, because he never got a chance from the beginning in the wizard competition. He was the youngest one. In what world would he have a chance? And he's really not the sharpest pea in the pod. I don't know if that's a saying. It just came to me. Like, he truly deserves a constant role in this series, and I hope he will get it. I don't think he will, but I can only hope. The thing that made Wizards so good, like the whole series Wizards of Waverly Place, is the writing.
Hey, nanny nanny.
The writers for the first 3 seasons made Wizards what it is, what we all know. And that's why it's so popular. Obviously there is the writing, the actors who gave these characters life, the director, the staff, and so many people behind this TV show. I know that. But I feel like the writing is what differentiated this series from the others. And that's why it won an Emmy. I'm just saying. So let's start with Season 1.
When they heal, they'll be just like Gigi's. When's Gigi's gonna heal?
In the pilot, we get to know all the Russos. We get to meet Alex, Justin, Max, Harper, pretty sure the family too. I don't remember that for sure, but obviously there is Teresa and Jerry. Almost forgot, didn't. I almost did. There is a crazy cell where Alex and Harper go, meet with the mean girl of the school.
Nice try, Gigi, but it looks like I got in the front of the line too.
Fight over some clothes.
Found it! I found the jacket! Hey Gigi, guess what's in my meat head?
Some pilot stuff, right? From what I know, this is not actually the first episode that they filmed. It was actually the one with the magic carpet. And I'm pretty sure we know that from the Wizards podcast. But it's also the first time we are introduced to the best special effects in the game. And the best transitions. They're so great. Alex.
I think we should break up.
Break up? We were never going out.
Well, in my mind, we were.
From season 1, she's portrayed as this selfish, mean character, but who will actually help anyone in need. And throughout the show, definitely she develops in that regard, while, well, Justin regresses. But we'll talk about that when it's time. But in season 1, Alex is this sarcastic, witty teenager
It's so hard being me.
who uses magic to make her life easier, ignoring the consequences that could come with it. But at the same time, she's a 15-year-old, I think. What else would she be doing with magic? It just makes sense to me. Either that, or I just made my whole personality around her character and I'm very biased. And because of her being selfish, Justin is the one who needs to save her. Not all the time, but most of the times. This basically happens in every episode in season 1. Either Justin saves Alex or Alex saves Justin. It's the same plot in every episode, and it's also not really continuing in the next episode. It's like it's sitcom. But I think the first time we get to see Justin as who he really is is in episode 3. Alex uses a pocket elf, don't ask, to pass her Spanish class, which she does. Justin gets frustrated.
Cheater.
I didn't cheat. I just...
Cheater.
And together with Max, make her humiliate herself in front of her date. I always remember that episode when I think of season 1 of Wizards. I don't know, it's just so iconic. Is Alex selfish? Yes. Is she mean? In season 1? Yes. Later? Debatable. I would argue that she's just sarcastic, and most of the time these two just get confused with one another. I've been a victim of this. I know what I'm saying. In episode 5, we meet another wizard, TJ. But TJ lives a different life. Well, first, he's an only child, so there is no wizard competition. And also, his parents let him do all that he wants with his magic, wherever, whenever. But he has a little secret. He is actually charming. I don't know what happened there. His parents threw brownies. So when Alex learns this, naturally she does the same thing. And obviously Justin has to come and rescue his parents, basically. More than her, if you ask me. Even though he wanted to use them for his own benefits. So actually, they're quite the same. But Alex has always been in Justin's shadow, and we see in episode 6 that her dad was no help in making them all feel like they're all on the same level. He teaches Justin to fly the carpet, but he refuses to teach Alex because, well, Justin is more advanced. But in reality, he just didn't want his little girl to grow up. What else doesn't he teach his daughter because he doesn't want her to grow up? I think he's just biased. And why is Justin more advanced? What a coincidence that he's also the oldest. And by that logic, the youngest would be in big disadvantage. Who is the youngest, I wonder? I will admit that Alex in season 1 is really mean, and especially to Harper, her best friend, who, by the way, actually has the funniest lines most of the time.
Wait, you're not wearing that, are you?
No.
And her delivery is just mwah. But throughout the show, they honestly, if I remember correctly, they share their fair amount of mean moments to each other. But when you compare it to Alex, it doesn't really add up. Wiztech, the Hogwarts of the Wizards of Waverly Place universe.
Those glasses and that robe on, you remind me of someone. Is it Terry something, Barry something, Larry something? Oh, never mind.
Martha. The whole thing is really weird to me, because it first starts in season 1 as a summer thing, where wizards go to improve their powers, and the whole plot of the 2 episodes is basically Alex saving Justin from Mrs. Evelini, well, saving Justin's powers from Mrs. Evelini. Muhahahahaha. And it's also the first time we meet my favorite character.
Fire away. We're encouraged to use volcano terminology whenever we can.
She's also here. And here. And here. And here. And here? What's her plot? Is she a wizard? I just really want to know. Anyway, I really love when a show doesn't take itself seriously. Like it's a Wizard Kids show. It'd be weird if it did take itself seriously. So the fish thing, very funny to me.
Did my messenger fish just tell you my evil plan? No.
All right, this time, pay attention.
Because I was thinking, watching it, that's so stupid. That's what makes it funny, because it's so stupid. Besides trying to steal their powers and having the weirdest ping pong sport I've ever seen. Why are they there? They don't really make sense to me in that world. Or is it more for people who wouldn't have someone to train them, but too many questions? And the thing is, the story with Wistek develops even more later on in the seasons, and I want to keep my very nice opinions for later on. Justin. Justin is probably at his peak in season 1, not as a wizard, but as a character, because it's all downhill from here. He is the smartest, both in school and in magic. He helps Alex anytime she needs it, and doesn't blame her for everything. He's funny, he's still discovering himself, he's forming a relationship with Alex. Kind of. He's basically the loving, yet very much annoyed older brother.
You're not paying attention, that isn't like you.
Yeah, it's like me, and you're not even doing it right. I completely check out. This place could be burning and I wouldn't even know it.
This season, the whole plot with Harper being obsessed with him.
Alex, look what I made in art class. It's a bust of that new kid, Justin.
Just didn't really sit right with me, so I'm kind of happy that they didn't really continue it. But one thing he has always been is that he is so obsessed with becoming the best wizard that he becomes naive. He trusts anyone who gives him a nice compliment, and especially if that compliment is about him being a great wizard. He almost loses his powers because of it. A few times. Because he would rather trust anyone else in the world than his little sister. Max. Max is not completely forgotten in this season, and his personality is not only being stupid. Crazy, right? But even in this season he's used as a comedic relief, instead of getting the main character recognition that he deserved. He's also a Russo, one of the 3 siblings, a wizard, and he's just there. There isn't as much to talk about Max. In the first season he was funny, used by his siblings for their benefit, and forgotten about. Less by his mother, Teresa. She did not forget about her child, in this season at least. And don't worry, it only gets worse from here. This season had the most iconic episodes, I would say. We'll see if I say this after I rewatch season 2. I mean, just going back to it and remembering everything is such a nostalgic experience, so I might be biased in some aspects. It was my favorite show after all, when I was a kid. And genuinely, Alex was my favorite character, and I know watching it back now, I do see it kind of different. I mean, even now, the Quinceañera episode.
What do you think?
I think you sound like you're choking when you say Oaxaca. But maybe I could spill a little paint on it and rip it, and then I'll call it a dress. And when I'm done, it'll go great with these.
The love potion episode.
Oh my gosh, someone sent me flowers. I wonder who it could be. Me!
The movie episode.
I'm scared of what might happen next, so take us through the Mondoplex.
And so many more.
A beanie.
What's that? A hat?
God, so good. There are a few aspects that I didn't want to address now because they will make more sense later on. So I'm kind of excited to go watch season 2. Until then, see ya!